Welcome to Goblintowne TV, the only television network made by goblins for goblins. So if you're not a goblin, get out of here. I'm your host, Lettuce, and today I'm gonna be recreating famous paintings in my style. I would love to turn this into a new series. I've always been interested in doing something like this, so let me know if you guys like it.
Hello! Okay, so I knew that I wanted to do for this video a recreation in my style of a famous artist's painting. I have done this before. I think I did the girl with the pearl earring, but I haven't been able to find it. I did find a doodle inspired by Vittorio Matteo Corcos's Dreams that I posted on one of my old art accounts from 2018. And I had fun doing that, so I decided I'll do it again. So I just googled famous artists, and here is a couple of them. The list does go on, but the one I'm choosing is on this screen, so I feel like screenshotting more. It is my favorite artist, Henri Matisse. Henri Matisse is a close favorite to Mark Rothko. A lot of people don't like Rothko. I think his paintings are cool. I've never felt like any emotion. I've never seen one in person though, so. Anyway, but this isn't about Mark Rothko. This is about Henri Matisse. I love Henri Matisse because he was obviously just a really good artist with some of his like classic still lifes, but also he did like color blocking in an interesting way, which you'll see with the painting that I choose. And also he really loved his cats. He had a lot of cats. I think he only had like 3 or something like that, but he liked his cats. He didn't do as much cat paintings or drawings as like Steinlen or Louis Wain, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, who seem to have almost exclusively done cats as far as I'm aware, but he did love his cats. I love cats. He did some cool, interesting stuff with cardstock, is that what it's called? Construction paper later on, and it's always fun to see like an artist's range of styles. But anyway, here's a couple of his artworks, for example, just from what Google shows me at the front. And I'm gonna choose the Green Stripe, which is a portrait of his wife, Madame Matisse. I just want to say real quick, the Google Arts and Culture app and website is insane. So they don't have every artwork obviously, but it seems like the artwork that they have on hand, they like scanned super high quality. You can see the brush strokes. It is insane. It is beautiful. It's great for if you're wanting to do like a study of a work, so you can zoom in and see every small detail of colors. It is incredible. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I would describe my art style kind of like Animal Crossing, Over the Garden Wall. Whenever I first started trying to make my own art style, I was super inspired by Lavender Town and Casey Golden on Instagram. They really shaped a lot of like rubber hose style in a way. Definitely the triangle noses. I have evolved the triangle noses a little bit. It used to be like exactly a triangle, but now I kind of give it a tip on the bottom like a realistic nose has. I kind of like it. There are some times where I'm like, maybe a regular triangle nose would be better for this, but I did the tipped nose for this one and I quite like how it turned out. It is difficult to try to do a study of a painting while also implementing your own style into it, so I will say I don't think that my rendition of it looks exactly like the painting, especially because I'm going to be using line art, and for this painting there is no line art. He mostly uses like the shading to show the hard edges, so it's more like the colors and the concept of the face and where she's looking and her hairstyle. It's not going to be like an exact recreation at all. It's going to be like a very, almost in a way, dumbed down cartoon version. But I do like how it turned out. I do think it kind of looks like her. It's difficult to make it look like her when, like I said, there's not really any line art. I would have to almost exactly replicate like the eye size, which is a thing. I make my eyes larger, I make my noses larger, so it doesn't really look like her. It's more like a study of the concept. I chose this painting for my first one for this series just because I love the color blocking like I mentioned earlier. You can see like the very specific like tan side of her face, the green stripe, which is obviously huge for this painting, and then the yellow on the other side. I'm gonna look up, I think the green stripe has like a meaning, or at least people who look into his artwork think it has a meaning. Okay, so it doesn't seem like it has a meaning. The Google Arts and Culture website says it's not about a relationship between him and his wife, it just seeks to convey an inner experience. The green line dividing the face into two halves, a cold and a warm one, contributes to a plane-like effect that makes the portrait mask-like and abstract. And I can totally see that, so that's awesome. It's like one side of the painting is cool toned and the other side is warm toned. I don't necessarily think warm when I think of yellow, just because usually I'm thinking of reds and oranges, but yellow is a warm color, so it makes sense. I've been doing a lot of sketching, and I completed the line art while I've been talking, and now I'm taking the, oh gosh, what's it called? The color dropper, I guess, and I'm directly taking colors from the painting to put onto my artwork. Obviously the colors in the painting are a lot more complex than what I'm gonna be doing. It's gonna be kind of like a flat version, I guess. Later I do blend with the oil paint brush tool to try to get more of a painterly effect. But anyway, while we're doing that, I do want to say this is not my favorite painting by Matisse. I do like all the colors and everything, but it just doesn't speak to me, I guess. He does have a painting called, I believe, just Goldfish. That is my absolute favorite. I love the colors, I love the concept, and I actually have a print of it that I found at a thrift store for $20, so that was a steal. There's also another painting by him called The Cat with the Red Fish or something like that, but on every website like Henri Matisse paintings.org, on Google Arts and Culture, there's some other Henri Matisse website that's logged his paintings, they don't have that painting on there. I tried to Google, and it seems like other people have Googled did he paint it and things similarly, and I really couldn't come to a conclusion. I saw one website said that there were a lot of people who inserted their own things into his paintings because they were just big fans, you know? But I really couldn't get a conclusion on if he actually painted that or not. But it is really interesting. It does have the same concept, like, of color blocking and everything. One website even said what year they thought it was painted in, but as far as I'm aware, I don't know. I wish I could say anything more than it's inconclusive, but it's very interesting. I'd love to try to do like a whole research thing on it, but I'm not that smart, nor do I have the time, so you'll have to do it yourself. Okay, now is the part where I'm blending everything in, and I tried to screen record it on my iPad, but I've been having some issues with that, so it goes by really quickly, unfortunately. But I just used the oil paint brush on Procreate with the blur filter, and then I smudged everything around, kind of tried to go a little crazy to give that insane painterly look. And that was it. It was pretty easy, honestly. I was amazed at how much just doing that one little thing helped it look so similar to the painting. Oh, and here it is without the line art. I actually think if I wanted to, I could have added just a little more harsh shading in like around the eyes and especially the nose, and it could look quite similar in the art style. But like I said earlier, this is my art style. I like using line art, and I still think it looks quite similar. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this type of video. I'd love to turn it into a series. Maybe do the girl with the pearl earring if I haven't already. Or if you guys have any suggestions you'd like me to do. I'm guessing Mona Lisa is on the table at some point. I actually think I might have done a small like sketch-like drawing of the portrait of Joseph Roulin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. By Van Gogh, because I actually wrote a short story based on that painting. I'll see if I can find that. Maybe I'll talk about it more if I can find it for the next video in the series.
Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to, and have a great day. Let me know if you can think of any other series, just of anything that you'd like us to start up. Right now we have the squishy makeovers, speed painting. Is that really it? Huh. Well, and now this one. You can follow us on Instagram if you'd like. We also have a TikTok. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Kirby, you're being so weird. What are you doing? Kirby wants to be pet so badly right now. You're gonna be the star of this show? Hmm? Even though you can't make art or anything?